Hi and hello, and thank you so much for tuning in. And if you are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Preeti Rao, and I am both a real estate and a mortgage broker for close to 20 years. Now, last week I did a video on renting versus buying, and I advised you that if you want to make money, you have to remember the 5-year rule. Basically, you must hold on to that house for at least 5 years. So you make the money not only on the rise in the value of your property in the marketplace, but the fact that for the 5 years, you have made a small little dent in the mortgage, and all that money will come back to you when you sell. I also did a small comparable of two friends, one who rented and one who bought, and how much money they made or lost. But last week, I got a few calls from some of my viewers who asked me to go in depth into this topic and show a kind of a rough breakdown. So here it is. But first, you know the drill. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, tap that bell icon. It gets me motivated to keep you up to date with everything real estate. So today I'm not going to go into the pros and cons of renting versus buying. I already did that. So go back and check the previous video. Today it's all about numbers, and I'm going to stick to the same numbers as we discussed in the last week's video for accuracy purposes, so that you can watch both the videos and make an informed decision. In my last video, I spoke of two friends, one who bought and the other one who rented. Let's say back in 2019, John Doe is one of the guys who decided to rent a 2-bedroom, 2-washroom plus den condo unit in Mississauga at the Erin Mills area. Sticking to the same numbers taken from the Toronto Real Estate Board, John rented this unit in January of 2019 for $2,500 plus hydro, which roughly amounts to $50 a month. So for the whole year of 2019, he paid a total of $30,000 in rent and $600 in hydro, amounting to $36,000. Now 2020 rolls around, and the landlord increases his rent by 2.2%, the expected increase set by the Landlord Tenancy Board, taking his rent to $2,550 per month plus 50 in hydro. His annual rental cost for 2020 went up to $31,260. Now we come to 2021. We had a rent freeze. So for 2021, he continued to pay the same bill of $31,260 per year. In 2022, the new rent increase was introduced, and it was just a measly 1.2%, taking his new rent to $2,586 plus hydro. Annual rent and hydro paid for 2022 amounted to $31,640. So since January of 2019 to December of 2022, John has paid a total of $124,760 in rent and utilities. Now we are in 2023. Year number 5, and January 2023 rent went up by 2.5%, taking his monthly rent to $2,651 plus hydro, total amounting to $2,701 per month. In April, the landlord comes to him and tells him, listen buddy, I'm selling my home. I cannot afford to keep it anymore. I already have a buyer who wants to move in as of July 1st. Here is your 4 months Landlord Tenancy Board notice and a 1 month's rent back as a thank you for leaving. Now, John has paid $2,700 from January to April. That is a total of $10,800, taking his entire total amount of rent for these 5 years to a whopping $135,560. And today he's in a predicament. He has to find another place to stay, and identical units are going today for $3,200 per month plus hydro. He now must face the sudden jump of $550 per month, and that is just in the rental situation. Now let's talk about Bob the Builder, who bought a 2-bedroom, 2-washroom plus den condo in the Erin Mills area in Mississauga in 2019. He bought it for $562,000 because that's what they were going for at that time. Let's say he put down 20%, which amounted to $112,400. Additionally, he had to pay a closing cost of 3% off the purchase price, which is around $16,860. This means his upfront cost of buying the unit would amount to $129,260. His mortgage amount would have been maybe around $450,000. And let's say he stuck to the variable rate mortgage, which started at that point roughly around 1.99%, and today he's almost at 6%. So let's say an average interest rate for the 5 years for easy math is 5%. Now, since the whole topic is about the 5-year rule, i.e. holding your home for 5 years, let's see what Bob achieved by July 2023. His principal balance by July of 2023 would roughly be around $420,000. Not a great achievement, right? But currently, these same units are being sold for $845,000, and he decided to sell. He pays 5% to the real estate fees, $2,500 towards lawyer fees. He ports his existing mortgage so there are no penalties there, and easily walks away with around $375,000 in equity growth. Money that he did not have to sweat over. Just stuck to the 5-year rule, made the mortgage payments, hook or by crook. Now, you can turn around and tell me, wait a minute, I am not as rich as Bob the Builder. I cannot afford the 20%. Okay, so let's see if you come out a winner with just the minimum down payment required for a purchase price of $562 if you bought it in 2019. You would need a minimum down payment of $32,000, making your mortgage around $531,000 in total. Your payment would be higher because your loan is amortized only for 25 years since it's a CMHC deal. But let's leave all the other variables the same, the interest rate the same, the 5-year term, variable mortgage, everything else. Today, your mortgage balance would be around $480,000. And let's say you sell the same time as Bob is selling. You would still walk away with $350,000 in hand. So it does not matter if you put down 5% or 20% down. If you stick to the 5-year rule, you are bound to walk away victorious. But if you decide to rent, that's okay too, as long as you are aware that the money spent in rent is money gone in someone else's pocket. So make that informed decision and base it solely on individual preferences, your personal financial situation, your lifestyle, and your future plans. Now, you can also tell me, what about the maintenance costs? What about property taxes? You're just taking the rent to where the mortgage is concerned. Yes, all of that is true. But if we look at the overall picture, where if you put down 5% and you're walking away with 315, maybe you'll walk away with 250. But still, that equity growth is something that you have not really worked very hard for. So if you have questions and want clarifications, please do not hesitate to call me. If you still don't know who I am, just go check my rating on Google and read my client reviews. Till then, take care, and if you found value or like this video and would like to see more content, click on the boxes on the screen. Once again, my name is Preeti Rao. My contact information is in the description box below. Make sure to hit like, share, subscribe, and the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to call me because I hold the key that opens the door to your dream home.